Living a healthy lifestyle and making quality food choices can prove to be a challenging conundrum during these uncertain times. The Michigan Fitness Foundation aims to inspire healthy lifestyles and quality food choices through education, community events, environmental change, and policy leadership. Mary McGuire is the foundation's communications manager. She joined me this week to discuss how the foundation is making sure that all Michiganders have a chance to lead healthy lifestyles regardless of their zip code. I'm Kevin McShann. Let's have this conversation. The Foundation's work has a wide scope of impact across the state, keeping Michiganders as healthy as possible, which McGuire outlined during the outset of our interview. So, Mary, if you're ready, we'll welcome you to the program, and we're excited to learn all about the Michigan Fitness Foundation this afternoon. So great to see you, and thanks so much for being here.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Sure, we do a lot of work really behind the scenes. I mean, we have some forward-facing things that we do in the organization through our events, but the majority of our work is behind the scenes, working in communities around the state and working with our partners in those communities around the state so people can eat healthy and move more. It's kind of the theme of our organization is to eat healthy and move more, to be the best you can be.
And can you tell me? I know that you work hard to promote resources in education, and certainly through inner city communities, resources for healthy food and education and lifestyle can be challenging. So, can you tell me how the foundation works to help those inner city communities specifically?
Sure. So we have a lot of programs, and we have programs that we create and programs that we adapt to fit the needs of Michiganders around the state. We host events for the school kids like ACES Day, Walk to School Day, Bike to School Day, and then public events like the Labor Day Bridge Run and our Pure Michigan Fitness endorsements. And those things help support people who are already doing things in the work they're doing in their communities to sort of have our um, extra bonus of, we recognize that as a governor's council event. And it gives a little push and encouragement to people to go, wow, that's pretty cool. I think I'm going to do that, or I'm going to take up walking or running or whatever. And we do that at the community level. A lot of our programs, like Safe Routes to School, is a program that we're in partnership with Michigan Department of Transportation to help make communities more walkable and bikeable for kids and families. And we also, our biggest program actually at the foundation is SNAP-Ed. SNAP-Ed at Michigan Fitness Foundation addresses two USDA goals: to help low-income people eat more fruits and vegetables, and to help that same population move more. So through our SNAP-Ed work, we bring together local partners in every county in the state to deliver what is called SNAP-Ed, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program educational piece to families across Michigan. And how we do that is through grant funding that we provide that is using evidence-based educational curriculum to help kids. And then that in turn helps the community and their families and everything else. So we try to really work at that, start at the elementary school level in the communities with all
Fantastic.
those
Yeah,
things. Yeah.
fantastic. And I know that you focus on three specific pillars in terms of education, policy, and system uh, environmental change, and helping communities grow in that way. So, can you expand a little bit on that for me?
Yeah, policy systems and environmental change work is always ongoing in any community. Um, we call it PSE work here in Lansing because we like to shorten terms to acronyms and initials all the time, like everything is shortened. So I'm going to refer to our policy systems and environmental change work as our PSE work. And the goal of PSE work is to help our Michigan residents access affordable, healthy foods and safe places to be physically active. We just really want to inspire people to want to live healthier lives. And we do that through our PSE work, which takes a lot of time. So I can give you an example. In Detroit, there's Gleaners Community Food Bank. Now they serve 5 counties in Southeast Michigan and work to address hunger by supporting food pantries. One of the ways they do that is through their SNAP Ed programs that they work with us on. For instance, in Redford, at the Interfaith Relief is a food pantry, Redford Interfaith Relief Food Pantry. They have SNAP Ed programming and doing PSE work to offer healthy food choices to their customers. But that's just really not enough. They also do more. They provide policies for their staff in their volunteer training, environmental nudges in the market, like, you know, in the food pantry where they have signs around about eating healthy, or little nudges to make you want to get the fruits and vegetables, you know, and cook them at home, recipes, things like that. And by getting other partners in the community, like their community foundation, to help them financially so they could purchase, for example, a cold storage unit. You know, you go in the grocery store and there's the place that has all of the food all nice in that nice refrigerator that you can grab your vegetables out of. A lot of food pantries don't have those. And the ones that do are able to then accept more fruits and vegetables on their shelves and distribute them to their community. So all those things, we call that like wraparound work. So one thing leads to another, and it wraps around the Redford community through this food pantry in so many positive ways that people will have access to healthier foods and fruits and vegetables and have the skills and tools to help them eat them at home. And the food pantry staff has the training and knowledge to assist people with all of those things. And the community foundation jumps in to help provide the resources the pantry needs on top of what Gleaners is already doing by providing food. So you can see that lifts up the community. And that's what we do. That's what we want to do. That's what we want to see in communities, especially our low-income communities across the state. That is really one of our biggest goals at Michigan Fitness Foundation.
Absolutely. And I'm also curious to know, what do you think is the biggest impact your foundation has made, maybe in the last 3 to 5 years?
Well, I think it really has to be around that PSE work that we've been doing. We just launched a series of videos that highlight that work from, you know, Redford, Dearborn to Traverse City, up to the UP. We have a series of videos called PSE in Action that are on our Michigan Fitness Foundation YouTube channel and on the Michigan Fitness Foundation website. I really encourage the people listening to take a look at that and to see how one small thing can lead to such giant change. When we all get involved in our communities and we use the resources, and if we don't have them, we find them and we bring people together, that really is the best way to help lift up any community. And I think that is those examples that we have on our YouTube channel, those videos are really proud moments for us at Michigan Fitness Foundation, because, you know, a lot of this work takes years to accomplish.
Yeah, nothing easy is ever accomplished overnight, right? That's what I always say, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good, maybe bread.
Yeah, I'm also curious, Mary, to know how the COVID-19 pandemic has affected your work there at the Michigan Fitness Foundation.
Well, it's affected our work. I mean, we're grateful that we're all still working. I think what it affected was our partners' work and trying to find a way for our nutrition educators and physical activity educators to be able to still reach the children, the communities that they serve. There's a few ways that we do that. We started making videos, which was new for our entire organization and many of the other people. So we have a YouTube channel called Online Learning in a Snap. And there are videos there of the educators, like, doing guided readings for the kids, physical activity in their yards with their families, and it's become really quaint and beautiful at the same time to see something like that blossom, where we started with a couple of videos. Now we have hundreds of them. So our educators have really taken to it. And now they have a lot of tools that they can use as they deliver school, their work to the children that may or may not, they may not be seeing them in person for the distance learners or remote learning.
And I imagine that your work, particularly on the online community, has really helped school districts with their physical education and health education learning. Would you agree with that?
Well, I hope so. I think that we're here to support them in their work and trying to help find solutions. Like, for instance, a lot of the schools, say Van Buren, for instance, Van Buren schools in Southwest Michigan, they, were delivering food at the school to the families. So the families would drive through and pick up their box of food. And they were trying to figure out, well, how do we share recipes with the families? Like, how many of these people have eaten turnips in the past? Some of the boxes, all of a sudden, you've got a bunch of vegetables in it that you don't normally cook or eat. So how do we help them find some decent recipes so they just don't go, what's this? I think for all of us, there's vegetables that we don't normally, aren't our go-to vegetables or fruits. So something new shows up and you're like, oh, what am I going to do with this? So what we did is we worked with them to provide some easy texting that they just text a number and it takes them to a web page at the school that has all the recipes for example, how to cook turnips.
Well, that's an innovative way during the pandemic to still make a difference. So I commend you on that work. It's great stuff.
Thank you. I mean, it's seemingly small, but it actually has such a large benefit. And the more that I think, schools are in the education business, and our job really is to support them with that education and help them get those resources that they need to deliver their nutrition and physical activity education.
Absolutely. And my final question for you has to do with if people want to get involved with your foundation, how do they do that? And my last question to that would be, what would be your parting message to Michiganders watching this about the importance of living a healthy life?
Well, the first thing is we have a website, which is michiganfitness.org. And there's a lot of things there that you can read and learn about us and contact us and communicate with us, join one of our events, get to know a little bit more about the work we do. As far as advice to Michiganders, small changes add up. So if you're a person that is a marathon runner, great. But if you're a person that hasn't been out or even walked around the block in a while, take those small steps. If you find that cooking is complicated, we have a website called Michigan Harvest of the Month. It's filled with recipes that are real easy, 5 ingredients or less, ways to make a real simple meal. And we also have a really great website called healthychoicescatchon.org that's filled with tips and tricks to eat healthy and move more. And I think that starting with those things are really good.
Fantastic, Mary. I want to thank you for spending a few minutes with me to tell me all about the Michigan Fitness Foundation. You're really doing important and good work to promote the health of Michiganders. So I want to thank you for your time, your efforts in that regard, and for joining me this afternoon.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. You do great work too. I love watching your channel.
Well, thanks so much for the compliment, and I wish you all the best of luck at the Michigan Fitness Foundation.
Same to you. Thanks.
Fantastic.